We recently caught a train all the way to New Orleans Square to go check out the brand new Princess and the Frog themed restaurant, Tiana's Palace. Previously, this restaurant was called French Market and opened at Disneyland in 1966. It closed earlier this year in 2023 to make way for Tiana's Palace. But did you know that in the film, Tiana's Palace was actually designed to resemble the French Market at Disneyland? Animators simply added 2 smokestacks and a wheelhouse to the film version, and now that Tiana's Palace has actually taken over the French Market, the designers actually added those exact same elements to the real-life building. What an absolutely beautiful full circle moment. The ambiance of Tiana's Palace is absolutely beautiful, especially in the evenings as the twinkly lights come on. And in true Disney immersive storytelling form, the inside of the building is filled with beautiful little Easter eggs from the movie. You can spend a significant amount of time just reading all of the beautiful letters from her father and neighbors, as well as some of her favorite recipes. You can even spot some cute little moments on the wall, like pictures of her and her father's favorite gumbo spoon, and lilies scattered throughout. If you look super close, you may even spot Evangeline and Ray. The interior is absolutely spectacular. It functions similarly to the Plaza Inn, where you take a tray and you go to different stations. You can even spend some time watching them fill all of these gorgeous beignets. Unlike the Plaza Inn, there is no indoor seating available, and you can actually mobile order from Tiana's Palace. When you do the mobile pickup, however, you do not need to enter the building. There's a pickup window on the outside of the building. So if you'd like to spend some time inside, you could either just come in and have a look, or I recommend just picking the food up hot and fresh. It didn't take that long to move through the line. When you enter the building, you can either go to the left or to the right. You could order the full menu on either side. It just really helps to direct the flow of traffic. From start to finish, it took us about 15 minutes. By the way, hi Ray and Evangeline. Also similar to the Plaza Inn are the menu prices. We did go ahead and get a couple of items to try, that way we could give you as much of an honest opinion as possible based on all of the different taste buds in our little group. Whether you went left or right, there is a checkout counter at the end of both lines. You may also use your Magic Key discount here before moving on to the outside terrace to find a gorgeously shaded sitting area to enjoy your meal. And if you're super lucky, you can even spot Tiana. We just narrowly missed her. For the kids, we ordered the roasted chicken drumstick and the baked macaroni and cheese. Both come with a cutie mandarin, applesauce, and a small drink. For the larger portions, we started with the Cajun spiced half chicken that is served with a baked macaroni and cheese as well as some coleslaw. We also got the cheesy grits served with Gulf shrimp, and it wouldn't be a trip to Tiana's restaurant if we didn't get the house gumbo served with heirloom rice. Sadly, I am not able to have shellfish or most seafoods for that matter, so while my husband gave the shrimp and grits a try, I decided to start with the house gumbo. Initially, I thought that the andouille sausage and some of the chicken on top looked a little bit dry, so I was skeptical. I really wish they did have the grits by themselves as a side dish, as I would have loved to be able to try it. Our kids also really loved the grits, even our pickiest eater, and my husband said that this was one of his favorite meals of the night, and this would be one that he would absolutely return for. As for the house gumbo, beware the spice. It is so flavorful and so good, but definitely a little spicy. I think one of the favorites of the night is actually the buttermilk cornbread. We were literally fighting over this. It was flavorful, delicious, crumbly without being dry, and actually the perfect price point for a great little park snack in the future. Most definitely will be getting this again, 10 out of 10. Circling back to the house gumbo, it looked dry at first, but it really wasn't. It hit all of the right spots. It was the definition of comfort food, but my husband also agreed it was a little bit more on the spicy side, even though he loves spicy. I was so excited to try this chicken because the internet was really divided on whether they loved or hated this dish. And let me just tell you, in person, it looked so appealing, so appetizing, so tantalizing. So let's start with the baked mac and cheese. It is possible that we just came on a really good day, but let me tell you, this baked mac and cheese hit all of the right spots. I was absolutely obsessed with it, and the kids really loved this baked mac and cheese too. Speaking of which, not even 10 minutes into this meal, Michael had already inhaled his entire plate. He was obsessed with this chicken, and Sebastian was savoring every last bite of his mac and cheese. He was really thoroughly enjoying it and refused to share with anybody. I don't blame him. The mac and cheese was really that good. Now onto the coleslaw. I personally really love a good slaw, especially the one at Bengal Barbecue. This was a perfect complement to the rest of the plate. It was the perfect amount of tart. It was just right and hit all the spots. By the way, Michael also stole half of our chicken. He really loved it that much. So let's go ahead and give it a try. Now, with everything else at Disney, I'm going to preface this by saying, know yourself. If you know that you are not a dry rub kind of person, this might not be for you. But let me tell you, there's a reason Michael inhaled this chicken. This chicken was delicious. It was so perfectly cooked. It was moist. It was flavorful. And when you put all of the different flavors of the plate together in one bite, it was like that scene from Ratatouille where Remy is like pairing up all of these flavors. It was so good, and I 1000% would go back for this plate. Now, as for Tiana's man-catching beignets, let me tell you, this is another one of those know thyself kind of moments. If you do not like sweet things, if you do not like fillings in your beignet, and especially if you do not like lemon, this is not for you. They were, however, for me. I adore sweets, I love lemon, and this is probably going to be my favorite beignet at the parks for a little while. I know that sounds like blasphemy considering the Mickey-shaped beignets, but I said what I said, and I know it's controversial, but I love these beignets. I do. I really do. So if you like lemon, you may actually really enjoy these. But it is crucial that you have them cold. They are way better when they're actually cold. One major advantage of this restaurant is going to have to be the ambiance. Compared to other casual dining experiences, this one definitely is at the top of the list, especially when you're lucky enough to catch the band. Don't worry, of course I caught a song for you. If you have a little one on the spectrum like we do, or somebody that struggles with sensory overload, I highly recommend making sure that you have their headphones packed, since it can be a little bit loud, especially closer to the stage. We were a little bit worried about trying Tiana's Palace because we weren't sure if there was going to be something for everybody in our group, and we have to say, we were pleasantly surprised to find out that we all not only found something we enjoyed, but that we would all gladly return to Tiana's Palace for another meal. So just to recap, some of our favorites definitely included the chicken. We all loved it. It was all of our favorites, and we would all get it again. My husband also really enjoyed the shrimp and grits, and I think we would probably not eat here unless we were also getting the buttermilk cornbread. I would come back just for the cornbread. It was that good. And then if you like lemon as much as I do, I really love the beignets. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please consider giving me a thumbs up, and if you haven't, please subscribe to our channel. I would love to do more review videos like this in the future, so please let me know if there's anywhere in particular you'd like for me to review next. If you've tried Tiana's, let me know what you thought, and if you haven't, let me know what you're excited for.